Welcome to 2014 O Week. My name is Jim Elliott and I'm your MC for this short official part of the welcome. Curtin University is absolutely delighted to see you all, and I trust this will be the beginning of an experience that will change your life. We begin our program with the traditional Indigenous welcome, which acknowledges we are gathered here today on Nyoongar land. It's my pleasure to introduce Phillip Walley-Stack. Phillip Walley-Stack is an Australian-born singer-songwriter considered to be one of Australia's top didgeridoo players. Over the past 20 years, he's performed both nationally and internationally as a didgeridoo player, traditional dancer, actor and musician. Phil inherits a performance tradition that predates modern arts. From birth, he's been exposed to a pocket of Whadjuk Noongar culture, maintained and passed on by his family for many generations. Firmly entrenched in this tradition is the custom of oral storytelling, inseparable from song and dance. Please welcome Phillip Walley-Stack and his traditional dancer.
Jenningen bo, khada murnde, jenningen bo, khada murnde, jenningen bo, jenningen bo, jenningen bo. Jenningen bo, khada murnde, jenningen bo, khada murnde, jenningen bo, jenningen bo, khada murnde, jenningen bo. Jenningen bo, Nyoongar boje, jenningen bo, Nyoongar boje, jenningen bo, jenningen bo, jenningen bo, jenningen bo. Jenningen bo, jenningen bo, jenningen bo. Hey, 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 hey. Jenningen bo, nyan mot boje, jenningen bo, nyan mot boje, jenningen bo, jenningen bo, jenningen bo. Jenningen bo, nyan mot boje, jenningen bo, nyan mot boje, jenningen bo. Jenningen bo, bilje guling, jenningen bo, bilje guling, jenningen bo, bilje guling, jenningen bo, ardende, jenningen bo. Wage cooling Nyoongar buja, wage cooling Coburn buja, wage jinang bola mereng. Wula wula, wula wula, wage cooling Nyoongar buja, wage cooling Coburn buja, wage jinang bola mereng. Wula wula, wula wula. Wage cooling Nyoongar buja, wage cooling Coburn buja, wage jinang bola mereng. Clap. The first dance that you saw was the waich that we call the emu. The emu is the biggest bird in Australia that can't fly. So Australia is unique for having a bird that can't fly. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce John Wally, the dancer today. Can you please put your hands together for him? And yes, he is single. We're here to do a welcome to country, in my language. I'm going to talk in the Nyoongar language here from Perth area, which is right around the southwest of Western Australia, which is Nyoongar, and in particular right here where we are is called Whadjuk, the Whadjuk country. The reason why we do a welcome to country is we're asking our ancestors and the spirits to look over everyone and keep you safe. And it's also respectful and shows a lot of manners. And Curtin University have got a lot of manners and a lot of respect, because a lot of events that they have, they always have a welcome to country. And I take my hat off to Curtin University. Thank you very much for acknowledging our past ancestors and our culture, the oldest living culture in the world that we should be very happy about and to spread. Nonok jena nyang nyan buja, nyan mor buja, korpen buja. Marman jena nyang nonok jena koleng nyonga buja. Marman jena nyang nonok jena koleng nonok kolak. You know what I said, eh? What I said was, as you look around, you can see the land of our people, the Nyoongar people. It's a beautiful, beautiful country where we live. I ask that the old people look over you and keep you safe as you walk on our land, and may look over you and keep you safe as you journey back to your homes. In our language, if everyone can just repeat after me, say, Kaya. Oh, that's just Winyan. Can you say a bit louder? Kaya? Kaya means hello in our language. It means hello, or it could mean yes as well. So anytime you see anybody, you just say Kaya. So I say to you, Kaya wanju nanok nyan mort buja. Hello everybody and welcome to my country. Thank you. Nyambe murda, nyambe, nyambe, nyambe murda, nyambe, nyambe, nyan mort buja, 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 nyan mort buja, buja, buja. Feel free to clap along, guys, to the beat. Nyambe murda, nyambe, nyambe, nyambe murda, nyambe, nyambe, bula nyunga, bula, bula, bula nyunga, bula, bula, nyambe, 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 nyambe murda, nyambe, nyambe, nyambe murda, nyambe, nyambe, nyan mort buja, 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 nyan mort buja, buja, buja.
Thanks to Phillip. Our Indigenous welcome is one part of Curtin's commitment to respect for Indigenous culture in the university and the wider community. Now, it is now my pleasure to ask our Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Jill Downey, to introduce the Vice-Chancellor to you.
Thank you very much, and good morning to you all. It's so fantastic to see so many of you joining us this morning for orientation, and a very big welcome to all of our students who are also joining us via online streaming. So a welcome to those students as well who are near or far. Thank you very much again to Phillip Walley-Stack and the dancer for the Indigenous welcome. It was very exhilarating and very refreshing, and a wonderful way to start the events today. And as Jim said, a very important part of our tradition at Curtin. For those unfamiliar with the university terminology, The Vice-Chancellor is our Chief Executive Officer, so that means that the Vice-Chancellor is the most senior person in the organisation. It gives me great pleasure today to introduce Professor Deborah Terry, who's only joined us as Vice-Chancellor in the last week. So she's come to us from the University of Queensland, where she's had a very esteemed career, and she's having her own orientation this week along with you all. It's not what happens usually. Our last Vice-Chancellor was with us for more than 7 years, so it's a rare occurrence to have a new Vice-Chancellor, and we're very excited about that. And it's great that she can be doing her orientation at the same time as you all, so that should make you all feel very comfortable. So it now gives me great pleasure to welcome Professor Terry. Please make her feel welcome.
Thank you very much, Jill. And can I also thank Michael for the wonderful welcome to country, and I too acknowledge the Nyoongar people on whose land we meet. Obviously acknowledge my senior colleagues, Professor Jill Downey, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, and Dr Jim Elliott and his staff. Well, it's absolutely wonderful to be here. As Jill said, you probably actually know slightly more than I do. I arrived a week ago, and I will certainly be orienting myself to the university at the same time as you are. Obviously, it's fantastic to see so many people here on our Bentley campus for Orientation Week, but I acknowledge that there are other students at one of our other campuses, and Curtin is an international university. It has an international profile with campuses in Malaysia and in Singapore, but also a strong regional profile with campuses at Kalgoorlie and a number of other regional sites, and many of our students who study online. So I welcome all of you here this morning, as well as all of those students who may be accessing this material remotely. As I say, I'm sure that you, like me, will feel slightly daunted now that you've arrived here at Curtin University. There's lots of new faces, lots of new things to find out. You've got to find your way around. But I'm sure it also comes with a sense of excitement as you embark, as I am, on a new adventure. It will be a steep learning curve, but what you should do is to focus on the possibilities of the future and the opportunities that we hope the Curtin experience will unlock for you. When you talk to people like me, people like Jill and others, they'll tell you inevitably that the best years of their lives were the years that they spent at university. I did all of my studying at the Australian National University in Canberra, and I can tell you we would never have had such a wonderful setting to sit outside, and even if we did, we wouldn't have been able to trust the weather even in February. But it really is the time of your life, wherever you are in your studying, whether you've come back to Curtin to start a new career or whether you've just left school, this is the time where you can really focus on those areas of study that genuinely interest you. You may find that it takes a bit of time to find out exactly what you're interested in, but that's what university is all about. And it's also a time where you should be thinking about your values and your perspectives, and because a time at university is where we encourage you and we want you to reflect on some of the big issues of your time, of our time, the challenges, and to engage in debate among yourselves, with us, with the university, with your lecturers about how society should be responding to those challenges in the future. We're absolutely delighted that you've all chosen to study at Curtin University, and our goal is to provide you with an education from a top university that's known locally, nationally and globally for academic excellence, but also that we commit to you becoming well-rounded and altruistic graduates who have the capacity to become leaders in your chosen fields of study. So I encourage you this week, make the most of O Week. Soak up the atmosphere, attend the sessions, take tours, find out where you have to be next week, ask questions, meet as many people as you can, but especially find out who your senior student mentor is. We obviously hope that the positives will outweigh the negatives of your university experience, but there will probably be ups and downs, particularly during the first year. So if there are downs, I can assure you that we want to help. However small the issue, however you feel it's potentially peripheral to your studies, please do come and talk to our professional staff and we can put you in the direction of the right support. I encourage you more broadly to immerse yourself in all that Curtin has to offer you throughout your degree. Yes, you're here to obtain that degree, that certificate at the end of 3 or 4 years, but you need to make sure not only that you get the best from your course and from your teachers, but seek opportunities to be involved in our student leadership program. That looks absolutely wonderful on your CV, and it will give you a whole set of skills that will be useful for the future. Engage in volunteering, exactly the same thing. It's good to build your skills, it looks good on your CV. When an employer is looking to choose between 2 people with the same qualification, the same marks that they've got through university, they're the things they pay attention to. Have you engaged in volunteering? Have you engaged in leadership skills building? And also, make sure you think about studying abroad during your degree. Today's about welcoming you to Curtin University, but I hope for many of you, we will be saying farewell for at least part of your degree as you go and study overseas. Many of you will end up working globally, internationally, or you will end up working in companies in Western Australia that have a global presence. Employers will tell us over and over again, students who have sought overseas experiences as students are ones they know understand global business, understand what it is to live in a different country and to study in a different country, and that will often give you an edge when you're seeking your first job. So can I wish you all the very success for your studies here at Curtin University. Congratulations for being offered a place. We're delighted to see you all. I look forward to following your achievements with great interest, and can I thank you in advance for all that you will do to advance Curtin's reputation into the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Terry. Some of you might have discovered already how easy it is to get lost on a campus this size, and as the Vice-Chancellor is brand new too, if you see her wandering around looking bewildered, you can point her in the direction of Building 100 over that way. Okay, thank you very much, Professor Terry. Along with our senior executive, our final welcome now comes from the senior representative of the students. The Student Guild is your representative body, and the university seeks guild input in all our major decision-making processes. It's therefore very appropriate that the President of the Guild is able to welcome you today. So please welcome your Guild President, Sam Cavallaro.
Hi everybody. I also wanted to acknowledge that this is Whadjuk Noongar country and that this land was never ceded, and this always was and always will be Aboriginal land. So yeah, my name is Sam Cavallaro. I'm the Guild President for this year. I study fine art and I major in sculpture. So I'm here to officially welcome you on behalf of the Guild and all of the Guild representatives that seek to represent you as students, and who will be doing so throughout this year. And I want to talk to you about some important aspects of student life, and I hope that you'll all be getting involved in the Guild this year. So welcome everybody to Curtin. The Guild is an organisation that represents Curtin students and stands up for your rights. As a collective organisation, we not only provide a massive range of student support services, discounts and social events, we prioritise actively defending students' rights. Student representation is at the core of what we do. The Guild is a democratically elected council of student representatives that run campaigns, attend university meetings, support social justice, and advocate for quality education. We're kicking off this year with a massive O-Day, which is going to be on this Wednesday. So I hope to see everyone here also come on Wednesday. This is an opportunity to check out everything that the Guild has on offer, including more than 60 clubs. This is also your opportunity to meet your Guild representatives, have your say and get involved. We also have a big year ahead of us with many challenges facing students. The Guild will be participating in this year's National Day of Action on March 26th against the government's proposed fee increases and cuts to university funding. So I wanted to talk to you briefly about membership, and I've seen some of the Guild membership team walking around recently. Is anyone still in the crowd with the pink shirt who can, yep, over there, yep, big wave, everyone, yep. If you want to join the Guild, and I encourage everyone to do so, please see someone who's wearing these t-shirts. They know everything that the Guild has to offer, so ask them all the questions that you want, and they will be able to talk to you about these. And I'll have a go at talking about it as well. The Guild works to represent the interests of students and provides support and advocacy for all students. So please get in contact with us if you have any issues in the classroom, have faced discrimination, or are struggling to get by. Our services are here to back you up. However, the Guild does provide a special service and extras for those who opt to purchase full Guild membership. Being a full Guild member means that you're actively contributing to the only collective organisation that represents students on campus. Joining the Guild is like joining a union. It's only with the active support of our members that we are able to continue to stand up for student rights. As well as supporting the Guild, getting membership means that you get discounts on food and our massively reduced price coffee, which is $2 this year. Running the cafes on campus is just one of the many things that we provide for students. Sorry, it's boiling hot up here. Something that I did want to talk to you all about, which might be a bit more of a somber note for the start of the university year, is the education cuts which have been proposed by the federal government. Since coming to power, the Liberal government has made it clear that they are no friends of students. Welfare is under threat, with the government planning on cutting the Centrelink Startup Scholarship, which I know I have relied on in the past, and I imagine anyone here who's on Centrelink would do the same, as well as putting a fee onto Medicare for visits to the doctor. The Liberal government has also shown its true colours in talks about privatising HECS and the HECS help system, deepening the student debt, under which the current system takes on average 10 years. The current student takes on average 10 years to repay already. The Liberals are also supportive of a push from some universities to deregulate fees, which would mean that universities have there is no control over how much universities would charge students to study their courses. There are also plans to massively reduce funding to universities. Following in the footsteps of the previous Labor Party, the Abbott government plans to cut billions of dollars out of funding to higher education. The government also has its eyes set to attack academic freedom, with talks of giving government power to remove funding to academics whose research disagrees with the party's agenda. Christopher Pyne has also talked of reforming school curriculums to remove left-wing content and LGBTI and queer content. The government also revealed that its sights are set on attacking independent student organisations, like the Curtin Student Guild. And it's no wonder that the Liberals want to get rid of us, because we're the only organisations that are capable of standing up against their plans to attack the rights of students. It's up to all of us as students to stand against these attacks and demand a quality of education that is accessible to everyone. This is one of the guiding principles of the Curtin Student Guild. So getting involved in standing up and getting involved in the Guild more generally, one of the great avenues to do that is the National Day of Action, which is coming up on March 26th. And this will be a fight back against these momental cuts. This is a national event, and across the country, students will be taking a stand for their education rights. At Curtin, we'll be holding an on-campus event that will start at 12:30, and it will be at that rainbow hexagon, which is just up there. And then from there, we'll be getting buses into the city for a 2 p.m. start for a public demonstration that's going to have involvement for all of the different campuses in WA. So just to sum up, this will be a big year for all of you, I'm sure, and the Guild is here to help you. We also hope that you'll be able to help us by coming along to the National Day of Action on March 26th, and by joining clubs and by purchasing Guild membership. Please don't hesitate to contact the Guild, as we will endeavour to help you in any and all of your problems. And if you would like to get involved in the campaign against the education cuts, or in anything to do with the Guild, please contact us for that as well. You can find us on Facebook or at our website, or just drop into the building 106F, which is up the big main street and right up there, and then you'll be able to see the Guild. Thanks everyone for listening to me, and I hope that you all get involved in the Guild this year. And come to O-Day. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Sam, and I'd echo those words. I hope you'll support and get heavily involved in your guild. Well, that brings these formal proceedings to a close. I hope you'll use your timetable of O-Week events to enjoy the fun stuff and to engage in the serious stuff, and actually even the serious stuff is fun. So make sure you get to your departmental and school orientation sessions. Now, if you don't know what they are, you can download your orientation timetable from your OASIS website, or you can ask at your faculty student service office. If you don't know where your faculty student service office is, you can ask any of our volunteers in their lime green waistcoats where it might be. So by the end of O-Week, we want you to feel you know your way around, you feel it's okay to ask questions if you're not sure about anything, at least have some idea where you can get help if you need it, and most of all, we want you to feel you belong at Curtin.